Hey everyone, I'm Ultimate456, you're the Ultimates, and welcome to episode 47 of Less Platinum the Evil Within. Alright, let's keep going. Sorry about ending it the way I did last time. I was meant to end it when we entered the room, and I was like, I don't know. I just kept going for some reason. Yeah. It's probably one of the most disgusting bosses I've ever seen. It like rivals the one reborn from Bloodborne. Ow. Alright, let's see if I can get this first section right. Run here to the left. Wait for this arm to do that. Then go. Then go left. Keep going. Then go to the right, I'm pretty sure. No, left again. And stay left. Left, left, always left. Ah, I love this design. That level design where the bus is like leaning into the building. Perfectly. Why does he have braces? Is that supposed to be a reference? Like, or is that supposed to be like a clue? He's just a child. He's a baby. I don't know how old Ruben's supposed to be. Like late 20s or something. Sebastian is like 34, 37, something like that. This is the most epic. Like one of the most. This is typical Shinji Mikami, I think. Yes, if I'm not mistaken. Typical like Resident Evil Shinji Mikami. Shoot it! Shoot it! Okay, once you've shot it, you can try and go for the head, and you can kind of break the glass. I don't know exactly how this boss fight works, but my assumption is that you shoot the red part until it like goes away, and then you're kind of supposed to shoot the brain so that it can damage it a bit more and break the glass. The sound of glass shattering is very useful when you're fighting a video game boss. Yeah, take that. This is like you only control this with the right thumbstick and the R2 button, but I'm like, this isn't the easiest thing in the world to control. It's really hard to be accurate. This is so silly. He almost looks like he's gravitized towards that spike, and that would freaking kill. Straight through. He's like stomach and spleen and kidney and pancreas and everything is in that area. And now the sadist falls with his RPG. Okay, yeah, this part again, it's a little tricky, but I think I worked it out for the most part. You want to hold on to your RPG bullets for a little bit of time. Don't fire immediately. So you can fire by pressing R2, and you can hold L2. So I'm going to fire just one. The reason you want to wait is because he's still a little bit too far away, and the further away he is, the harder he is to hit. So I'm just going to fire again because he got a little bit closer. Okay, now he's pissed. He's going to come at me really quickly now, so I'm going to fire twice more. Okay, and now he has a little red mark. Wait until he like lowers his head. Fire. Okay, that was good. That was a direct hit. Now you want to wait a second. As soon as he starts moving again, that's pretty good. Then hit him again. One more time should bring him to red phase. Nope, two more times. He's getting pretty damn close, but don't worry. What? That should have been red phase. There we go. Because it is possible to fail this. If he... Okay, I did it. If he gets too... well, if he gets too close, like, you die. If you run out of ammo, I'm pretty sure you die as well. Alright, there is one last... As if this bit couldn't get any grosser. You now have to finish everything with a single bullet. And I'm not sure if you have to shoot him in the head. I usually like to go for a headshot. Yeah, I'll go for it, why not? And bang. Oh crap, I missed. Am I dead? I'm dead. Of course, of course. You know what was going through my mind there? I was like, yeah, I'll go for a headshot. I was like, be confident. You can do it. You've done this ending like 3 or 4 times already, and you haven't missed the headshot. What says you're gonna miss it now? And then I missed it, and I was like, you idiot! Why did you go for the headshot? All right. So what are we gonna do this time? Oh, we're definitely gonna go for the headshot again. You just have to move. You know what throws me off? You have to move with the right thumbstick like normal, but you don't have to hold L2. And that throws me off a little bit. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we won, and this is pretty disgusting. Wow, that is gross. One of the many. Delicious. Alright. So now we get, actually there's still a little bit more to do. So we wake up. And we yank the thing out, just like the Matrix. And we get up out of our tub. This part confused me at the start. And I'm still not 100% sure exactly what's going on here, but I think I get it. And yeah, we'll talk about it more in New Game Plus, don't worry. I'm going to be preparing that for over the next couple of days, and then I'm going to try and
I created this world.
Rush record it as much as possible. Alright. So, seems like Ruvik wasn't even alive. It's just his brain. So, Ruben Victoriano, yeah, I haven't mentioned it, but I'm pretty sure he got his name Ruvik because his name is Ruben Victoriano. So he took the RU from Ruben and the Vic from Victoriano, made it a K for whatever reason instead of a C. Because then everybody would call him Ruvich, and he would be like Novak Djokovic. That's probably too Russian. Novak Djokovic is Serbian, I'm pretty sure. I thought that was Ruvik in the background before. There's like he's gonna come here on the left. He's just in a hazmat suit.
Leave that one. And those two. They're not going anywhere.
This part still confuses me a little bit. No one can. That's a very interesting choice of words. But it's not over yet. Huh? We're in the tub again? Yep, we're in the tub again. Who's that guy? Oh, there's Connolly. Jimenez. It says Ruben Victoriano. It doesn't look like there's a brain in there though. Oh, hang on. Yeah, it's been removed. I just realized it's open. Huh. Well, that's probably important. I have no idea what that means, but it's probably important. And, oh, whose tub is this? Let's get a nice... You can clearly read that says Leslie Withers. Do we really need to have a close-up? I like that. Slowly and then bang, Leslie Withers. Alright. I guess I'll explain it a little bit. This is the real world. And there's a pretty significant clue coming up anyway. But yeah, this is the real world, which actually, interesting. Interesting.
Go! Detective, are you all right? Is there anyone else?
Mate, you have no idea what I've been through.
Give me some real fresh air.
All of a sudden he has the most Australian bogan accent ever. It's kind of like on YouTube there's this crazy meme going around about the steamed hams from, I mean it's probably old now, from The Simpsons. It's always steamed hams, but it's like Australian, it's the Australian dub steamed hams, but there's a different animator every 13 seconds. Like, what is going on? Is that Leslie? I think that is Leslie. He's got a nice little strut with him. Yeah, okay, so I'll say it. Ruvik succeeded. This is one of the few video games where the bad guy succeeds. He managed to put himself into Leslie, which was his goal from the beginning of the game, and he escaped. So, oh yeah, the clue is the real fresh air that Sebastian says. He says he wants to breathe some real fresh air. So that's the clue about it being the real, and obviously the city's not destroyed. So there's still much more to explain, and a lot of it is in the DLC, which is, I think, really silly, but it's in there. Alright, the evil within. Alright, so I'll talk a little bit about the game real quick here before I skip this these credits. I'm gonna just take the earbud out of my ear because it's extremely loud. Alright, so to me, this is an absolutely amazing game. It's really, really fun. The story is extremely intriguing. Every time you play it, you learn something new. I think I could play it again and I'd probably still learn something new, even after all this time. The graphics are pretty good. I think I mentioned before that apparently this game was supposed to be a PS3 game, which was then sort of changed late development to PS4, which is why the graphics are good, but they could also be better. I mean, especially if you compare it to something like God of War now, that's just recently come out, which is just absolutely stunning in its graphical fidelity. So yeah, the graphics are pretty good. They could be better, not a big problem. The story, as I said, phenomenal, really good. Really the only downside to this game is its controls. It just controls a little bit too, it doesn't have enough finesse, and you can kind of give it the element of like, oh, it's by design because, you know, it's a survival horror game, so part of the difficulty can be the controls, like being quite difficult, but that kind of seemed unfair in some ways because it can, you know, it can really throw you off. I probably should have lowered the sound. There we go. But yeah, all in all, it's a fantastic game. We haven't obviously finished it, but all the trophies, I actually really like the trophies. Finishing it without upgrading, finish it in under 5 hours, and finish on Akumu mode are perfect, like 3 playthroughs type of trophies. I think I would have been really disappointed if it was like, you know, just really simple stuff that you could do in one playthrough. Especially because this game does warrant multiple playthroughs if you really want to learn the story, and I think it's such a big part of it. Alright, I think that pretty much about does it. So I'm going to end this episode, but before we do, I'm going to finally tell you what my times were and stuff for previous attempts. So let me just pop up the music again. There we go. Alright, let's skip. Alright, so let's compare this. It is what it is. So that is the trophy for completing it without upgrading anything. First Step into Darkness, that's for completing it on casual. Another Day on the Job, that's for completing it on survival. And I think that's it. Yes, seems like that's it. Okay, so for finishing we get the machine gun, which is an interesting weapon. We also get the rocket launcher, which is another interesting weapon. And you get a bonus 50,000 skill points. As if the skill points that we earned, or the gel that we got in the first playthrough wasn't enough, you get another 50,000. Brilliant. We We get New Game Plus and the model viewer, which we'll be going into probably next episode. I'll be looking at the model viewer and talking about the different enemies in the game and what they're supposed to be called, what they represent, all that kind of stuff. I think we'll be doing that next episode, so that's really cool. We can choose a different difficulty setting when selecting new game, so that's the Nightmare setting or the Akumu setting, thank goodness. So we got 11, nice. Okay, so to give you a reference, when I first played the game, my very first playthrough, I was allowed to upgrade because I was like, I'm just going to play and upgrade when I want to, like regardless of the trophies, just enjoy the story. Took me 17 hours, 16 minutes and 16 seconds, and I died 114 times. My next playthrough was 14 hours, 49 seconds and 14 hours, 49 minutes and 16 seconds, and I died 108 times, so I only died 6 less times, but I wasn't allowed to upgrade, so I still kind of, the deaths were balanced because, you know, it was kind of my first attempt without upgrading. And on my practice playthrough, I finished it in 10 hours, 21 minutes and 5 seconds, and I died 29 times. And here, I finished basically 40 minutes later, with 4 less deaths, so I'm pretty happy about that. I think I did a fairly good job. Only dying 25 times throughout the whole game without upgrading, I think it's pretty good. So I'm very content with that. And now we want to make sure to save our clear data, so let's go ahead and do that. That is a creepy image there. Alright, so let's go back to the main menu, and I'm pretty much going to end this episode, but I guess I'll quickly show you what the main menu looks like now. It actually looks a little bit different to the way it looked at the beginning. It's got like a red tinge to it. So you can start a new game afresh. If I was to do that, I think it would, actually, no, I won't do that. You could have the New Game Plus feature. It allows you to actually choose where you want to start, like which chapter you want to start from, which is, I really dislike that, but it's just how they let you do it. Well, I dislike it because it's the only way to chapter select. You have to do New Game Plus. You can't just go chapter select, which is, I think, really stupid. But anyway, and then the model viewer is here, and we'll be looking at that next time. Alright, but that's it now for the first playthrough of The Evil Within. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to subscribe if you enjoyed my playthrough of it. I'm obviously going to continue this guide, go through New Game Plus and Akuma mode. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So hopefully everything goes well. Till then, I want to thank you all very much for watching episode 47 of Let's Platinum The Evil Within. My name's Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.